I hear a lot of people calling each other Schnatzis nowadays. Nothing could be further from the truth. The Democrats aren't Schnatzis. The Republicans are not Schnatzis. None of them are. One party might be a little closer than the other, but there's still the Gulf of America in between what's a Schnatzi and a Democrat or a Republican in America. So let's talk about what the Schnatzis actually believed. What do you think it was? Was it all love and light, friendship, unity? Let's sing Kumbaya and hug a tree while we save the whales. No, they quite literally thought they were better than everybody else.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
They thought they were the next step in a human evolution. They thought they had outgrown whatever human indignity was, and they were the top thing nowadays. That meant that everybody else should work for them. That's what they believed. Understanding that, who's closest to that nowadays? Did they believe in freedom of speech? No. Could you criticize their leader? No. Freedom of the press? No. Freedom to assemble? No. Freedom of religion? No. If you actually had a church and you were running a church, if you were a pastor of a church in Germany back then, they would make you put gigantic banners with the flags of the Schnatzi party on them behind you while you tried to explain about how the Lord loves us. That was their version of freedom of religion. It didn't exist. And who did they particularly not like? Who did they think was on the low end of the totem pole in evolution? Jews, Yehudi, Juden, yes. Also, pretty much anybody not German. If you were a guy who liked guys, no. They were absolutely not LGBTQ friendly whatsoever. Not even a little bit. Not even kind of.
The penalty for being anything that was not German, i.e. LGBT or Jewish or Russian or Gypsy, was unaliving.
They were horrid. And so then what they decided to do, well, if everybody else should work for us, let's go out and find everybody else and make sure they work for us. So they started invading countries next to them, and then they would more or less convert that one, round up all their Jews, go find another little country, invade it, round up all their Jews and LGBT and black folks and gypsies and whatever else. And they send them to the unalivement camps. Yes, the unalivement camps, because we can't say Schnatzi or unalive. Because for some reason, to make this video, to tell you about how horrible and evil the Schnatzis were, I have to use newspeak from George Orwell's 1984 to do it. Can you still say 1984 in George Orwell? I wonder. I guess I'll find out when I post this. The population of Germany, were they behind the Schnatzis? Were they behind them? Yeah. Yeah, they were overwhelmingly on the side of the Schnatzi leadership. What about H group? In H groupistan? What about Islamic Jibjabistan? What about their people? Yeah, they're really overwhelmingly behind them. Who believes the same thing? There are a couple of groups. They're easy to identify. They've been doing exactly the same thing. Let's go from country to country and unalive all the people we don't like. Like Shmizbola, also H group, Islamic Jibdad, the T groups. We used to call it an ethnic, I don't even know what the euphemism is. You know how like when you're in your kitchen and you're using bleach to make it not schmutzig and you want it to be clean, and you're doing this to ethnicities, unaliving them, sending them packing, doing horrible things to their women. This is what the Schnatzis did. Guess who else is doing it though? How many Jews are in Egypt? How many in Libya? How many in Morocco? Used to be full of them. How many Coptic Christians are in Egypt? Do you even know? I'll tell you, a lot less than before. A lot less than last week. What about Syria? Same.
500,000 Christians lost in the last few years in Syria.
Syrian Christians have been serial unalived by mass unalivers. And what's happening in Nigeria? What's happening in the Congo, Somalia, Sudan, everywhere these happy, friendly religion of peacers end up. The actual peaceful religion, Christians and Jews, get unalived in huge groups. And sure, it might take 100 years, but they'll get rid of them all. And now you dumb shirts are letting it happen in England and France. Unless we do something about it, they'll let them happen in America too. You see, the thing you're not getting is that the modern version of the Schnatzi, the people who have exactly the same values, the people who believe exactly the same things and are doing exactly the same actions and are cleaning things that they shouldn't be cleaning, those exact same people, they're the people that you're siding with. Wake the French up and stop it.
This is for entertainment purposes only.